much for clicking on this video today. These last 2 weeks of February, you guys have flown by. At least it feels like it to me. So let's see where our money went. So did we have a fantastic week? Did you all do anything for the leap day? It was an exciting week for us this week, just with lots of things going on. Let's see, I had to get a root canal on Monday, which that's never fun, but that tooth feels a lot better. Thank goodness for my HSA. Let's see, and then we are celebrating really all weekend because my husband has hit the 6-month point since his transplant. So we are just excited over here. So let's see. I have already filled this in, guys, just to make this not take so long. Let's see. So our total income that we were working with was $2,742 for the second half of the month. These are the expenses we covered. Let's see. There was nothing really out of the ordinary. We used some sinking funds. We used a lot of sinking funds the second half of the month because we used what we saved for Valentine's Day. We used money from our dog sinking fund. He was groomed. We opened our second CD. So we used money from our investments, and then we spent money out of birthdays for my mom. So a lot of sinking funds pulled in this second half of the month. And then I made one expense extra on here, and really I just didn't know where to put that for my classroom. So yeah. All right, so coming over to our envelopes, we did have a rollover of $159 for the second half of the month. So we had budgeted to spend $599 in our envelopes, and we actually spent $696. So let's talk about that. Grocery wise, we went over the second half of the month by $67. However, that's still not too bad, especially with the way prices are. Let's see, gas wise, we really were under for gas this month. We had $128 left to spend, and we only spent $45. Self-care, we were under by a couple dollars. We only spent $51. We had $54. Let's see, fun, we went over. So let's talk about that. We went over because my son had an extra event that he did not tell us about. And so then we ended up having to spend a little extra there for him for his game. And then my daughter is doing flag football, and apparently her money was due. I did not have that on my calendar. So yeah, so we had an extra, so I had to pay the money for that. Our dog had $3 spent that second half, so we didn't really use anything. I think we caught a deal on dog food is what it was, and so we had a lot of extra. Sundries, we went over by 15, and then dining out, we went over by 81. So since he had this game, we also ate out as well because, like I said, we weren't planning for that and going to that. And so then we had extra money that we spent on food. So $81 there. So that's how we ended up with that $696. Let's see, we didn't add anything to our sinking funds the second half of the month. We didn't make any extra debt payments, but we did take the $173 that was left over and add to our extra savings challenges. All right, friends, and as promised, here's where I went ahead and stuffed that extra cash. let's see, 74 to vacation. Let's see, Easter, we added 45 to finish that challenge, so yay. Let's see, birthdays, we added 32, and then I saved the $24 so I could get in on all this mini madness that you all are doing, and so we'll start doing that. And so I have the 24 still. I have not stuffed it. It's just in my wallet. So I'll add that to March, and we'll stuff some minis. All right, so then that left us with just the $300.83 that we have as a buffer in the bank. So even though we went over in some categories, we did have some expenses that were under, and so I think we ended up spending like $7 more than planned. So that's pretty good. All right, so then I love this at the, well, oh, I love this whole comparison. So we're looking at January and February. So monthly inflow change was $343. In January, we were working with 5,531. In February, we were working with 5,874. These percentages, let's see. We saw an increase in bills and groceries, but that makes sense because we went over this month. And let's see, and then I had some extra things like for my classroom that I purchased, but not by much. Just, you know, $14.25 on bills, $73 on groceries total. Dining out went down. We went, let's see, self-care went down. We spent less on gas this month by $68. Fun we spent less on. Sundries went up a little. Let's see. We spent $93 more this month on our dog, but that makes sense because we got him groomed. Debt, we spent an extra $200 on, which was actually a good thing because we made that extra debt payment this month. And then savings, we saved an extra $104, which saving is always good. So I consider that a win. Here is our March calendar. And so we have a lot going on in March. As you can tell, I have marked the 6-month point for my husband. We actually went out to eat and celebrated yesterday. Let's see, other things that we need to plan for. So my son has his ROTC ball coming up this month. My husband's birthday actually falls on the holiday this year, so we have his birthday and Easter, St. Patrick's Day, of course. And then we are getting ready for junior prom over here for my daughter, so we get to go do some dress shopping here soon. So I have already filled in what expenses we need to take care of for the first half of this month. And so let's go ahead and break down this money. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these pages out. We are expecting to bring in, let's see, $3,349 for the first half of March. And let's see, for sewage, we are budgeting for $50. For gas, we are budgeting for $80. Looking at the last 2 months, that's been a little bit higher, so we increased that for this month. For my educational dues, we are budgeting for $35. It usually comes in very close to that with some change. Rent, $1,098, which this will go up by $100 next month, guys. Let's see, internet, we are budgeting for $58. Netflix, $13. Our electric, this has been pretty low, so we felt comfortable putting $70 here. Our renters and car insurance, we are budgeting for $98. And then our credit, so 37 for this payment. Let's see, 67 for this one, loan 1, 203, our tax bill, and my son's cello. All right, so that, which should come to $19.78. Let's double check that.
No.
Oh, I'm missing something, which is why we check. I wanted to have $20 added to our buffer, so let me add that there. At least I don't think I put it anywhere else. Yeah, so $20 to our buffer, and that makes it $19.78. Okay. So then that leaves us $13.71 to divide between envelopes and challenges. So let's get that there. Okay. Now our gas stays in the bank, but we do budget. Normally we budget $200 for this at the beginning of the month, but since we've been spending a little bit less, I'm only budgeting $150. Hold on, guys. All right, and then for groceries, $300. Although I really just want to increase that because it's getting harder and harder to stay within that $300. Self-care, we're gonna keep at $100. That's been working for us. Fun, we're gonna put at $75 this month because we know we have some extras. Our dog is going to get $65. Let's see, sundries, we're gonna put $75, and then dining out, we are putting $50. So let's hope we can stay under this time. So then that means, so that's $815 going there. All right. So that leaves us with $556. And now let's come down here. Okay. So remember I said this month I would fix this and I would just put whatever I'm adding to the 2024 challenge into vacation. So we will be doing that this month. All right, let's see. So for emergency, we're going to transfer 76. For car upkeep, we're planning to add 53. Graduation, another 76. You know, I can't believe that we're so close to graduation. Our daughter just has one more year of high school, and she actually has enough credits that she can graduate in December. So we're just can't believe that we're at that point. $92 for back to school. We're budgeting $33 for the dog, and he shouldn't need anything anytime soon because we let's see, he just got groomed, and we still have, I think, 2 or 3 months left of his flea and tick medicine. Medical, we are adding 38. This one we might have to make an increase to adding to because one of my husband's medications we're having to purchase because it's no longer being covered by insurance. So that was a bummer. Tags and taxes, we're adding 46. And all of our little annual subscriptions we're adding 42 for. And then I don't add anything to vacation. The first half of the month, I stuff it the second half. So let's see.
We have 76, 53,
All right, so that's $456 to our sinking funds, which is going to leave us with $100 to add to our savings. So let's put our 100 over here. Hopefully you can see that still. Yeah. Okay. So then debt, we're going to add another 22. Getting ready for that next extra debt payment. Investments, we're adding 15. Emergency cash, 15. And then anniversary is going to get 30. And we have 20 left for minis. So this totals 100, guys, which brings our leftover to 0. And so then that is it. We have assigned a place for all our money. And as you can see, I've already filled out my cash breakdown so that I can go get those funds from the bank so that we can stuff my wallet and my sinking funds and savings challenges. All right, so that is it. So we are ready to attack this month. Can't wait to see how we do. And since we'll be at the end of the first quarter at the end of this month, look at how we've done overall since the beginning of the year. So lots of exciting things this month, friends. And I'll talk to you next time.